My name's Deborah Dobbs. People call me Debbie Dobbs. And I'm the executive director of the Counseling Place. I'm not a therapist, but I run a mental health agency. So the bulk of what we do is work with victims of crime. I think I was guilty of doing was looking at my board, as Joan put it, as human ATM machines. I kind of given up on their getting involved on committees because that didn't work out, or helping out with special events that we had. So I just like, okay, fine, they didn't have time to do that. Well, at the very least, you can contribute money. And that helped us financially a little bit, but it didn't increase engagement. I found out that once again, our board chair was not going to be able to make the meeting, but he was going to miss the second meeting in a row, and so at that point, I took over the agenda and I looked up Joan Gary's how to run a great board meeting. I think that's how to run a great meeting. And I had 2 days, I think, and found out he wasn't going to make it. I said, okay, well, do you mind if I just take over the agenda? And I'll just take over the meeting. And he said, sure, please. I think he was relieved. I just totally revamped the meeting. But I also pulled in the comparison of a nonprofit to the twin engine plane. And that was huge. This is how last minute this was, how spur of the moment this was. My father's a pilot, and he was a military pilot. And I called him and I said, because I wanted to take that comparison a little further. And I called him and I said, how well will a twin engine plane fly with one engine? And he said, he got very detailed in his explanation, like, Dad, I need you to keep it simple. He's like, well, it won't fly very well, and it won't fly for very long. The board is one of the engines. The board is not in the control tower, miles and miles away, unable to help if the plane's in trouble. That's not how it works. And they looked at me a little terrified, like they thought they didn't like this. But then when I also told them, I need to stop looking at you like human ATM machines and look at you as ambassadors and help us create a community of ambassadors, they lit up. And that was something they could do. And they nodded. And they did kind of feel like human ATM machines. And as she says, they're all wearing their big girl pants and their big boy pants, but asking for money just makes them very uncomfortable. So that's the next thing we'll work on. But that really transformed our board, and it boosted their morale, definitely boosted mine. And they're very excited, and they feel, I think, more competent because of the stuff I keep bringing them. I start the meetings off with nonprofits are messy, remind them about the Joan Gary training. I tell them that's what I'm going through, and here's some ideas I'd like to share with you, and they almost always adopt them all. So it's been fantastic. And I'm not looking for another job anymore.